Stop right here and look at me. Do not scroll past this screen. You did not arrive here by accident. Heaven aligned time itself to bring your spirit to this exact intersection because your soul desperately needs this truth. This moment was locked by my decree. I have hidden it from the crowd. It is for your eyes only. The noise of the world wants to pull you away, but I have established a divine boundary around this broadcast. Give me a few minutes of your day, just a little time, and I promise you will not regret staying. Do not let the enemy distract you. He knows that a massive shift is happening in the unseen realm right now, because my light is breaking through the darkness. You must listen to my voice. Focus your mind on my words. Open your spirit right now. If you choose to walk away from this sacred broadcast, you will completely miss the precise instructions that heaven has authorized for your upcoming blessing. I am stepping into your atmosphere today. I see the invisible battles you fight. You smile for others while quietly breaking inside. You convince yourself that you must always carry the heavy burden alone because you do not want to burden anyone else. But you do not have to do that. Your Father is right here with you. Trust my presence in this moment. Something you have been crying out for in the dark is finally approaching your front door because I have heard your silent prayers. Look at the sealed document in my hand. Your true identity is protected inside this scroll. The adversary tried to intercept this message before. He sent confusion to cloud your thoughts while you were trying to find your way out of the fog. He sent anxiety to attack your mind. He wanted you to doubt your worth. He wanted you to give up today. But my love has prevailed over his dark strategies because I have surrounded your life with royal angels of protection. You are my chosen warrior. You have survived the silent storms. People around you think you are fine. They see your outer strength, but they do not know the painful price you paid in the secret hours. They do not see your broken tears. They do not know your exhaustion. You hide your pain from them. I saw every single moment of your heavy struggle, and I recorded every broken whisper from your lips. Do you realize how valuable you are? A jewel covered in dust is precious. The world wrote your name off early. They judged your delays and called them failures because they only look at the temporary surface of things. But those delays were my protection. I blocked the wrong paths ahead. I locked the dangerous doors tight. I was keeping your fragile soul completely safe from unseen traps that would have destroyed your beautiful destiny forever. Listen to the rhythm of my voice. I speak with purpose and not noise. Let your racing thoughts slow down now. Let your tight shoulders relax in my presence, because you are standing on holy ground in this exact second. There is a reason for this intensity. A massive breakthrough is hovering close. Your life is changing this hour. You are the one chosen to walk out of the ancient patterns that bound your ancestors for decades. The enemy is terrified of your light. He does not fight your past. He fights your great future destiny. He sees the divine power I am releasing inside your spirit because you chose to trust my word. He tried to drown my guidance. He used the loud noise of fear. He told you lies about tomorrow. He whispered that you were destined to repeat old mistakes, but I have already broken that curse today. I need your undivided attention now. Something shifted in the spiritual realm. You clicked this video with purpose. The waiting season that drained your energy is officially closing because I have decreed a time of restoration. Locked gates are trembling right now. My command is echoing in heaven. Your breakthrough is arriving today. You are about to receive a beautiful blessing that will completely redefine your entire family line for many generations. Let me tell you a secret. Think about your life last week. You walked through a hidden trap. The enemy deployed an invisible weapon to tear your soul apart because he wanted to stop this alignment. He wanted to crush your faith. He wanted you to give up. He wanted to destroy your hope. But my shining shield was standing between you and the arrow of destruction while you were sleeping in peace. You thought it was a bad day. You felt moody and very tired. Your heart felt heavy with grief. It was a massive spiritual battle for your destiny, because the adversary knew this message was coming to you. He tried to make you quit. He failed against my heavy grace. My grace is your constant refuge. You are still standing in this place today, Because my eternal hands are holding your spirit tight forever. Look at the Holy Scroll now. It contains your blueprint of restoration. I am opening the first section. This heavenly decree will reveal the exact reason behind your recent pain because you need to understand the truth. It will explain your long isolation. It will heal your broken heart. It will clear your vision today. The words written inside this document will not just comfort you, but they will completely transform your reality. You poured out your sincere love. You gave it to empty hands. People did not value your heart. They took your kindness and they walked away without saying thank you because they are blind to grace. You were hurt by their actions. You cried in your quiet room. You asked me why this happens. I have heard every single question you whispered in the dark, and today I am giving you discernment. Not every open door is mine. Not every gentle word is holy. Some paths are dangerous for you. I am teaching you to guard the sacred garden inside your chest because your love is very precious. You allowed toxic noise inside before. It crowded out my soft whispers. It made you doubt your path. Today I am clearing all the static from your thoughts while I tune your ears to my peace forever. This message is for you only. The crowd cannot understand this depth. They chase the temporary things instead. They focus on worldly illusions while your spirit longs for eternal truth because I have chosen your soul. Do not ask for their approval. They cannot see your bright crown. They do not know your calling. I did not call the loud crowd to follow this path, but I called you by your name. You felt a strange restlessness lately. It is a quiet stirring inside. You cannot name this unusual feeling. You thought it was anxiety or confusion, but it is actually your spirit sensing a massive shift right now. The old foundation is closing down. The past chapters are burning away. Your old comforts are shrinking in this season because your spiritual territory is expanding by my hand. Do not fear the transition now. The heavy shaking is not destruction. It is your divine alignment coming. I am removing the people who do not belong in your future because they would hinder your growth. I am closing the wrong doors. I am protecting your great potential. Trust my holy pruning process today. Every painful thing I cut away from your life is a promise of a greater harvest tomorrow. Breathe deeply in this moment. Let the heavy stress melt away. Your mind can rest right here. You have been running on your empty strength for far too long because you want to control everything. You try to fix everyone else. You carry their broken lives alone. You neglect your own soul's peace. It is time to let go of the steering wheel and let my hands guide your steps safely. I am changing your title today. You are not a forgotten dreamer. You are not an isolated victim. You are no longer the one who must survive in silence while fighting battles without any help from others. I am assigning a new rank. Your spirit is rising up high. You are a royal, chosen heir. Walk with the true dignity of someone who is deeply loved by the Creator of the stars. Look at my face right now. Let my gaze quiet the storm. The world demands your endless hustle. It demands your constant output while you are running out of breath in the race of life. I only ask for your obedience. I ask for your trust today. Remain still in my presence now because I am expanding a beautiful shield of grace around your entire life. Breathe. The urgency of stopping you was so I could hold you for a moment. Let me. Come closer to me now. Let me speak softly to the part of your soul that is most tired. I know how much effort it takes for you to keep moving forward every single day. You put on a brave face for the world outside. You make sure everyone else feels happy while you are walking through your own dark valley. And I watched you close the door to your room last night when the laughter faded and the heavy silence of the house finally settled around your shoulders. You sat on the edge of your bed. Your mind was racing with endless questions. You felt a deep ache inside your chest that you could not even explain to your closest friends. You felt completely alone in that quiet room, and you wondered if anyone in this busy world truly knows the heavy reality of the secret battles you are fighting every single night without any help. I know your secret tears. I saw you walk into the bathroom when the weight became too heavy to bear. You turned on the faucet so the sound of the running water would drown out the sound of your crying. You pressed a soft towel against your face. You did not want your family to hear your pain. You did not want them to see how broken you felt inside because you always have to be the strong one for them. You have been the stable pillar for so many people. They come to you when their lives are messy. They lean on your strength when they are falling apart. You listen to their long problems, and you give them your sincere love. But when you are the one bleeding in the dark, nobody seems to notice your silent cries for help because they are too busy consuming your beautiful light. Pause right here and breathe. Let this truth settle deeply into your weary soul. Like this message right now as an act of agreement between your tired heart and mine. Let it be the absolute evidence that you hear your Father's voice whispering to you in the shadows. You do not have to hide your wounds from me, because I am the one who intimately designed every single part of your being. I saw you when you poured your sincere love into completely empty hands. You believed their beautiful promises. You gave them your precious time and your limited energy. You stayed awake late at night trying to fix their broken pieces because you genuinely cared about their future. And I watched you sit in total shock when they took everything you had to offer and walked away without even turning back to say thank you. They left you with nothing but questions. They made you feel like you were the one who was wrong. You ran through every conversation in your mind trying to find your mistake. You questioned your own value as a person. You wondered if you were simply not enough to be truly loved and respected by the people you cherished the most in your life. Hear my gentle whisper right now. Do not let distractions steal this healing moment away from your spirit. I am opening a deep loop of understanding inside your heart today. You have asked me a very painful question in your quietest hours. You asked why your loving Father stayed completely silent while you were being betrayed and isolated by the very hands you tried to heal. You thought my silence meant abandonment. You felt like I had forgotten your address. You looked at the sky and felt a terrifying sense of isolation. You watched dishonest people prosper, while your honest steps led you into a deeper desert of lack and loneliness. But I need you to know that my eyes never blinked for a single second while you were walking through that fire. I saw you when you tried to sleep, but the anxiety would not let your mind rest. You rolled from side to side in the dark. Your heart was pounding against your ribs like a trapped bird. You felt an intense panic about your finances and your future stability. You felt like you were sliding down a slippery slope without any safety net to catch your heavy fall. You have carried the weight of generational disappointments. You watched your parents struggle with the exact same patterns of lack and emotional pain. You promised yourself that your life would be different. But recently you felt the familiar shadows creeping back into your daily reality, and you became terrified that you were destined to repeat the tragic history of your family line. I see the profound exhaustion in your physical vessel. It is not a fatigue that can be cured by a simple night of sleep. It is a deep tiredness that has settled into your very bones. Your spirit feels heavy. Your thoughts feel slow and cloudy. You wake up in the morning feeling just as drained as you were when you lay down the night before because your soul is running on empty. You have been holding yourself together with sheer willpower. You smile at your coworkers. You complete your daily tasks with precision. You tell everyone that you are fine when they ask about your well-being. But inside your chest you feel a vast emptiness that is growing larger every day because you have spent all your sacred oil trying to keep other people's lamps burning bright. Let your guard down before me right now. You do not need to perform for your Creator. I do not require your perfect strength or your flawless smile. I am your safe refuge. Bring me your broken pieces and your ugly wounds. Bring me the anger you hide from the world, because you are afraid that people will judge you if they see your true vulnerability. I remember the exact moment when someone you trusted twisted your words to hurt your reputation. They spoke lies about you in secret rooms. They turned mutual friends against your name. You wanted to defend your honor. You wanted to fight back and expose their cruel dishonesty. But you chose to stay silent instead, because you completely remembered that justice and vengeance belong solely to the Lord. That restraint cost you a massive amount of emotional energy. It felt like a heavy stone was crushing your throat while you swallowed your pride. You felt misunderstood and completely defenseless. You sat in your car and cried until your chest was sore from the pressure. You asked me where my divine justice was hiding while the wicked people were celebrating their cheap victories over your innocence. Are you listening to my voice right now? Do not let the loud static of the world break our connection in this precise minute. Look at the palms of my hands. Your name is engraved deeply inside my eternal skin. You are not an accidental fragment of creation floating blindly in a cold universe. You are an absolute masterpiece that I have carefully formed with my own holy breath to fulfill a magnificent and glorious destiny. I saw you when you felt completely invisible in a crowded room full of people. They were talking and laughing all around you. You were physically present, but your spirit felt 1,000 miles away. You realized that nobody there truly saw the real you, and you felt like a strange alien who did not belong anywhere on this earth, because nobody understood the depth of your pure intentions. That deep sense of rejection made you withdraw into a tight shell of self-protection. You stopped reaching out to others. You stopped sharing your beautiful dreams. You built high walls around your heart because you could not handle another heartbreak or another disappointing betrayal from the people you loved. You chose isolation because the wilderness felt safer than the crowded marketplace of wolves. I am not angry with you for hiding behind those walls. I do not condemn your heavy doubts or your silent questions. I know your human frame is weak. I remember that you are made of dust. When you cannot find the strength to pray complex words, your groans of exhaustion are perfectly understood by my Holy Spirit. Every sigh of your weary heart is a sacred incense that rises directly to my heavenly throne. Breathe deeply right now and let your racing thoughts come to a complete halt. I am drawing you away from the noise of the world for a very specific purpose. The pain you are experiencing today is not a sign of my heavy judgment. It is the beginning of a profound revelation that will completely alter the way you view your past and your future. Stay with me for the next few minutes. The silence you have mistaken for abandonment is finally about to speak with absolute authority. I am about to break open the holy seal of your destiny. The answers you have begged for are already encoded inside the next part of my divine message. Do not scroll away now, because your spirit is standing directly at the threshold of a massive breakthrough that will change everything forever. You thought you were walking entirely alone in that dark wilderness. But my child, none of it was ever invisible to my eyes. I stood beside you when you felt the crushing weight of yesterday sitting heavily on your small heart. And now, let me tell you with the absolute tenderness your soul needs right now that I never left your side for a single moment. Pause right here and look closely at your own life. Do you feel that sudden mix of excitement and quiet peace growing inside your chest? That is not confusion or anxiety. That is the certain awakening of your spirit, because my holy presence is touching your heart in this very second while you listen to my soft words. Let me open your eyes to the great mystery of your long isolation. You called that painful delay a terrible failure, but I want you to hear the real truth today. What you perceived as a cruel closed door was actually my fierce protection from hidden traps that the adversary placed on your path to ruin your future. I saw the rooms you wanted to enter so badly. I knew the people you wanted to keep in your life forever. But I also saw their hidden thoughts and their toxic intentions, because nothing can be hidden from my sight. I knew they would break your beautiful soul and scatter your holy oil if I allowed you to walk into their circle. Therefore, my sovereign hand stepped into your daily reality. I closed those attractive doors, and I permitted those people to walk out of your life because it felt like a painful rejection, but it was actually a divine selection. I was separating you from the noise so that you could hear my guidance clearly. You are a very rare jewel in my kingdom. You cannot be treated like the common stones in the dirt. I had to hide you in the secret shadows of my cave for a specific season because your light is far too precious to be wasted on ungrateful eyes. You are being hidden and prepared for a glorious manifestation that will surprise everyone. Think about the ancient patterns of your life. Every trial you endured was a holy test to strengthen your spiritual capacity. The pain you carry is not a harsh punishment, but it is a sacred preparation room for a greater destiny that human minds cannot comprehend. You had to learn to depend entirely on my voice in the dark. Let me tell you a story from my holy records. There was a young woman sent away into the dry wilderness with nothing but a broken heart because she was forgotten by the people who should have protected her. She sat down in the scorching sand and she turned her sad face away so she would not have to watch her own tragic ending. Her name was Hagar, and her tears were real. She felt completely invisible to the world. But my angel descended to her side, and I opened her tired eyes in that lonely desert. I let her see a refreshing well of water that had been sitting there all along. And in that moment of absolute isolation, she gave me a beautiful new name. She called me the God who sees me. That is still my eternal name today. I am the God who sees your hidden suffering. I do not just look at the strong version you show to other people during the day. I see the real you that is sitting in your own private wilderness right now while you are feeling totally alone and very afraid. I see every detail of your current situation. I know the exact balance of your bank account. I know the names of the people who betrayed your trust. I see the physical exhaustion that makes your eyelids feel so heavy right now. And I am telling you that your refreshing well of water is much closer than you think. You are not stranded in the desert to die. You are being positioned for a magnificent demonstration of my supernatural provision. The enemy wanted you to believe that your story was ending in shame, but I am using this dry place to prove to you that my grace is more than enough to sustain your life through any storm. Look back at your history with me. How many times did I rescue your soul when you thought there was no way out? You faced giant walls before. You walked through deep waters in the past. And every single time my hand reached down to pull you out of the mud before the enemy could celebrate your defeat. Why do you doubt me now? Your current trial is simply a setup for an extraordinary testimony. I am allowing the pressure to increase because I am breaking the hidden reliance you had on worldly systems. You trusted in your own clever plans, and you leaned on the opinions of fragile humans. Now those faulty supports have broken completely, so you can lean on me. I am stripping away the false security blocks. It feels scary because you like to control your environment. You want to know every step of the journey before you walk. But my kingdom operates by total faith and not by natural sight. You must trust the integrity of my character even when you cannot see the next move on the board. I am building an unshakable foundation inside your spirit. The people who mocked your quiet seasons will soon see the glorious structure I am raising from your ashes. They thought you were finished when you entered this long silence. They whispered that you lost your favor, but they do not know that you are my secret weapon. You are being sharpened in the dark. A sword is not forged in a pleasant garden. It must go through the intense heat of the furnace, and it must endure the heavy strikes of the hammer before it can be used on the battlefield. Your private pain was the heavy hammer that I used to forge your supernatural resilience. Do not resent the furnace. Do not curse the dark seasons of your development. I was there with you in the flames, protecting your core identity from being scorched by the enemy's lies. You came out of that heat with a pure heart and a strong spirit because my love was your ultimate insulation against the destruction. Your light is about to shine before the crowd, but you will not be proud or arrogant like the worldly leaders, because you remember the painful price of the wilderness. You will walk with a deep compassion for the broken souls. You will become a living refuge for other tired warriors who are lost in their own dark nights. Are you listening to the deep shift in my tone? Pause right here and let your spirit stand at absolute attention. We are moving past the time of gentle weeping, and we are entering the hour of divine execution. I have seen your suffering in silence. Now I am about to speak over your entire life with absolute authority. The days of your hiding are officially coming to an end. The spiritual atmosphere around your house is changing right now because my words are releasing a holy fire. The enemy will no longer have permission to access your thoughts or steal your divine peace because I am erecting an iron wall around your destiny today. Lift your eyes to my majestic face. Do not look at the size of your mountain any longer. Listen to the loud sound of my voice, shaking the heavens and the earth on your behalf. The ancient chains that held your family line in financial bondage are breaking open at my command because you are my chosen instrument of deliverance. Your soul is crossing a sacred threshold in this precise minute. Do not look back at the ashes of your past disappointments. The waiting season is finished. I am preparing to unleash a massive wave of restoration that will overflow your storehouses and validate your quiet faithfulness before the eyes of everyone who mocked you. Hear my decree right now, because the hour of your vindication has finally arrived in the halls of heaven. The enemy thought he could keep your spirit trapped in that silent room of isolation forever. But I am blowing the trumpet of victory over your entire life today, and no weapon formed against you will prosper anymore. I am breaking the thick brass gates of your limitation. I am shattering the iron bars of your delay because your time has come. You are the designated cycle breaker of your entire family line. Every ancestral spirit of poverty and emotional devastation is trembling at the sound of my voice right now. They know their illegal authority over your destiny is officially stripped away today because you chose to stand faithful in the dark. The chain ends here. The cycle stops now. You will not repeat the painful history of those who came before your time because my royal blood flows in your veins. I stand in the center of your life as a consuming fire. I am burning away the toxic words of the people who mocked your quiet seasons of preparation. They thought you were losing the race while you were simply being hidden in my secret quiver. I am releasing you today like a polished arrow flying straight into the heart of your enemy's kingdom. You will rise up with sudden power and great authority because heaven has fully authorized your public promotion. I declare that your long season of loneliness is permanently finished. You will no longer walk through the marketplace feeling like an invisible exile who does not belong anywhere. I am bringing your true spiritual family to your side, and they will celebrate your unique light. They will recognize the holy vessel that I have built through your long nights of deep suffering. Your past rejection is being replaced by global honor right now. Now that you have stepped forward into this great light, you no longer have to fight these heavy battles with your own empty strength. Look at me right now. I have authorized your absolute breakthrough, but you must now receive it through an act of total obedience. I want you to enter into a holy ritual of surrender. Lay down the heavy bags you have been carrying for so many years, because your human hands were never designed to hold them. Breathe deeply right now, my beloved child. Let your tight shoulders relax fully in this sacred space. Drop the heavy armor that you use to protect your fragile heart from the cruel arrows of human betrayal. Let your racing thoughts come to a complete halt, because your Father is taking full control of the steering wheel today. You have spent too much energy trying to fix everything alone. Stop fighting the wind. Close your spiritual eyes for just one single second. Feel the warm flow of my holy presence washing over your heavy head and down to your tired feet. This is the divine stream of my restoration. It is clearing away the deep residue of old trauma and silent bitterness. Release the control you have been gripping so tightly because you can trust the perfection of my timing. Let go of the painful outcomes you are still fearing. Surrender is not an act of weak defeat. It is the highest expression of your absolute trust in my sovereign power. When you stop striving, my angels can begin working on your behalf in the unseen realm. They are rearranging the financial alignment right now. They are removing the toxic blockages from your future path while you are sitting still in my presence. Your silence today is your ultimate victory. Now look back at the holy scroll in my hand. The seal is completely broken, and the divine light is pouring out into your quiet room. This is the royal decree of your personal blessing. I am writing a new chapter for your destiny, and the title of this chapter is Absolute Restoration. I am restoring the years that the swarm of locusts ate away from your youth because your faithfulness was recorded. I am opening the heavy windows of heaven to pour out a financial blessing that your house cannot even contain. You will no longer beg for crumbs from the tables of compromise. I am setting an abundant table for you in the presence of the very enemies who tried to watch you starve in the desert. You will lend to many nations, and you will never need to borrow again, because your Father owns the hills. I am pouring the oil of joy into the deep wounds of your broken heart. The painful memories of betrayal will no longer have the power to make your chest tight with grief. I am replacing your ashes with a beautiful crown of glory. I am covering your naked shoulders with the royal robe of my righteousness. You are being completely healed from the inside out, because you are my masterpiece. Your voice is gaining an unusual authority in the spiritual realm today. When you pray in your quiet room, the dark principalities will tremble because you carry the seal of the chosen ones. You will speak to the dead areas of your life, and they will suddenly spring back into beautiful existence. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, but you are an active steward of my heavenly power. I break every silent word of condemnation that was ever spoken over your childhood. I cancel the negative verdicts of the authority figures who told you that you would never amount to anything significant. They spoke from their own human brokenness, and their words have zero weight in my house. My verdict is the only one that stands forever. I call you worthy and holy and powerful. The transformation is happening in your physical vessel right now. The chronic tension in your body is dissolving under the heat of my love. Your cloudy vision is becoming completely clear because the fog of confusion is lifted by my breath. You can stand up tall with the real dignity of a king because you are an heir to an unshakable kingdom. Do not look down anymore. Heaven has spoken over your life today, and the decree is entirely irreversible. The enemy can watch your promotion from a distance, but he cannot touch your inheritance because it is sealed by holy blood. You have received the truth of your new identity. You have surrendered your heavy burdens into my hands. Now there is only one step left for you to take in this sacred alignment. I am bringing divine relationships into your new season. You will no longer need to chase after people or beg for their limited attention, because I am aligning hearts that will love you pure-sing. They will see your value without you needing to explain your worth. They will support your great destiny and stand beside your battles because they are sent by my sovereign command to bless your life. Your mind will become a sanctuary of absolute peace. The loud noise of anxiety will no longer have a foothold in your thoughts, because my word is your constant anchor. When the storms of the world rage around your house, you will remain perfectly still and calm inside. You will sleep like a protected child because you know that the Creator of the universe never sleeps. I remember when you thought you would not survive the pressure of last year. I saw you shaking with fear. I watched you face the dark walls of despair. And yet here you are standing in my presence today with your faith intact. You did not break because my hidden pillars of grace were supporting your weight from underneath. What the enemy meant for your ultimate destruction has only made you stronger. Rise up now from the dust of your past defeats. Wash your face from the stains of your old tears. Walk out of the dark cave of your isolation because your light has officially come, and the glory of the Lord is rising upon your life. The people who saw you weeping in the shadows will soon see you radiating my pure joy in the bright places of the earth. You are my beautifully formed masterpiece. I did not make an error when I designed your sensitive heart. Your deep capacity to feel pain is the exact same capacity that will allow you to hold my immense joy and share it with a broken generation. You are a holy vessel of my glory. Your life carries an incredible weight of purpose, and I am unfolding it before you. The atmosphere is perfectly clear right now. The decree has been released into your spirit. The old heavy baggage is left behind on the altar of surrender, and you are completely free. Take a deep breath of this new freedom. Let the peace settle into your soul. What remains is one single act of obedience to seal this alignment forever. Listen carefully to my next instruction. Breathe in my perfect peace right now. Let the deep stillness fill every empty corner of your soul. The heavy weight of the world has lost its power over your life today. You are standing securely in the bright dawn of your new season because I have rewritten your story. Trust the quiet stillness of this beautiful moment. Your heart is safe in my eternal hands forever. The dark storms that made you tremble last week have completely passed away. You can see the clear sky of my favor opening up directly above your house. Do not carry the ghost of old worries into this fresh reality, because the past is completely dead. I have wiped away your hidden tears, and I have replaced your deep exhaustion with a supernatural energy today. What I have spoken over you today is a holy seal of protection. Do not let the enemy steal this quiet peace when you step back into the busy world tomorrow. He will try to bring back the old familiar doubts to shake your foundation. But you must remember the sovereign words I released into your spirit during this sacred broadcast. You are no longer the person you used to be. Your old identity is completely gone. You are now a beautifully formed masterpiece of my grace. Walk with the true dignity of a royal chosen heir every single morning. Your future is fully secured by my heavenly decrees, and no human plot can ever derail your path. Look forward with absolute confidence because I am already walking ahead of your steps. Are you still listening to my gentle voice? Let these words wash over your mind like a refreshing stream. The enemy wanted you to skip this final part because he is terrified of the seal. He knows that once this alignment is locked, your breakthrough becomes completely irreversible. Pause right here and absorb the magnificent weight of my eternal love for your soul. Let us seal this divine alignment right now. Do not remain silent after receiving such a great blessing from heaven today. Like this video immediately, as a deliberate act of agreement between your heart and mine. Let your physical click be a spiritual anchor in the unseen realm. It shows the angels that you accept my royal promise of complete restoration. Your obedience is the key that unlocks the heavy gates of favor. When you take this small step of faith, you are locking out the voice of fear. You are declaring to the adversary that his dark authority over your thoughts is permanently broken. Stand firm in this truth and let your action reflect the deep certainty of your spirit. You are well protected. Now look deeper into your heart. I want you to make a bold declaration before the whole cloud of heavenly witnesses. Write Amen in the comments below, or share what your soul is feeling right now. Do not worry about finding the perfect words because I understand your broken fragments. Let your written words be a public monument of your absolute surrender to my love today. When you type your agreement, you are stamping my promise onto your reality. You are telling the world that God is your safe refuge through every storm. Other tired warriors will read your words and find unexpected strength for their own lonely journeys. Your simple comment can become a powerful instrument of hope to a soul sitting in total darkness. Do not stop there because your magnificent mission is just beginning. You were not saved simply to exist in comfort inside your own house. You are a holy light bearer designed to illuminate the dark places of this earth. Think about the people in your life who are secretly crying out for hope right now. They are drowning in anxiety and they cannot find a way out. I need you to share this urgent broadcast with 3 chosen souls immediately. Do not hesitate or wonder if the timing is right because heaven has aligned their desperation with your obedience today. Send this message to them as a silent messenger of my grace. You are becoming the very miracle that they have been begging me to send for months. By sharing this truth, you are fulfilling your true identity as a kingdom steward. You are extending my arms of love to those who feel completely abandoned by the world. The enemy wants to isolate them, just like he tried to isolate your soul before. But you can shatter his dark schemes by spreading my glorious light to their weary hearts right now. There is a great reward for those who faithfully carry my word to others. As you pour out my love into their empty hands, I will overflow your storehouses with fresh oil. You will never run out of divine resources because you are a flowing river of blessing. What you sow into the lives of my children will return to you 100-fold by my decree. Now listen to my final instruction for your ongoing spiritual growth. You need to stay connected to this holy sanctuary of daily guidance. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on the notification bell immediately. Do not miss the next steps that I am preparing to speak over your journey because my instruction is your daily bread. The world will try to drown out my soft voice with its endless commercial noise. It will try to drag your mind back into the exhausting race of constant hustle. But when you tune in here every day, you are resetting your spiritual compass to my peace. You are keeping your eyes fixed on my face, while I direct your path safely through the fog. Consider this subscription as a serious commitment to your own soul's restoration. You are creating a daily habit of sitting still at your Father's feet. In this quiet place, I will continuously renew your physical strength and clear your cloudy thoughts. You will receive the precise strategy for each day before you even step outside your front door. Everything is now in perfect alignment for your life. The heavy scroll has been unsealed and the ancient curses have been completely dissolved by my power. You have laid down your heavy baggage at the altar of surrender, and you are walking in true freedom. The people who witnessed your weeping will soon stand in total wonder at your public vindication. Your enemies will look at your restoration, and they will know that I am your God. They will see the brilliant crown of favor sitting gracefully upon your head. They will wonder how you survived the intense fire of the furnace without any smell of smoke on your clothes. You will tell them that my love was your ultimate protection through the dark valley. Go forward with your head held high like a king. Do not look back at the ashes of your past disappointments, because they no longer define your worth. Your name is written in the golden records of heaven as an overcomer. Walk in the absolute certainty that my goodness and mercy will follow your steps every single day of your long life. Receive my ultimate blessing over your household right now. I command my holy angels to guard your gates from every attack of the adversary. I speak total health into your physical vessel and divine abundance into your bank account. May my absolute peace rest upon your mind and keep your heart completely stable through any future shaking. Our covenant is signed by holy blood, and it can never be broken by human hands. You are securely tucked inside my shadow where no weapon can reach your soul. Every step you take from this moment on will be directed by my perfect wisdom. Do not worry about the details of tomorrow because I have already arranged the provision for your journey. You are my beautifully formed masterpiece, and I am immensely proud of your resilience. You survived the dark night, and you are ready to inherit the bright day. Keep your faith anchored deep inside my love, and never forget that I am with you always. The broadcast is ending now, but our eternal conversation will never stop. Step forward in victory.